Knowing a lot about the way financial markets work, about how they interact with each other, tends to be very, very important nowadays. We seem to be more dependent on financial markets than ever at a personal level and certainly at a corporate level.
Okay, so when I look at this, I just see a jumble of numbers. What do you see when you see this?
We take actual data, or how many members we have at a certain point in time, and we apply what are called factors to those.
Sabrina helps the large insurance company she works for develop its business plans by predicting or forecasting consumer trends.
I like to be able to pull all the pieces together, figure out what's needed, and work with other departments or coworkers to really get a finished product.
Is it stressful?
It really isn't that stressful. As long as you get the things done that you need to get done, it's not stressful. I have a very flexible work schedule. If I need to work from home, I work from home. It is one of the perks. It's a blessing and a curse. It is a curse because that means that at any time of the day or night, somebody can call and say, hey, can you fix this for me? You have to have pretty decent analytical skills. So if math is not your strong point or economics gets confusing, it's not the job for you.
But if you are good at math, there are plenty of opportunities. From Wall Street firms that handle billions to small firms that help individuals manage their money.
You need a college degree not only for just the knowledge, but also for the experience. Take a lot of math, take a lot of economics, definitely take accounting. There are a lot of small companies out there, and there are a lot of companies really growing. So it's definitely a field to get into.
Working with these trucks and the tanks and all the excavators and backhoes, it's definitely a lot of fun.
Charles is a project manager for an environmental services firm.
This industry in the past 10 years has really become a huge industry because everybody has learned that the pollution we caused back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s without caring has really affected everybody in more ways than people realize. This is called a vacuum truck.
Vacuum truck?
Yeah, it's called actually a super vacuum truck. It's capable of sucking up anything from sand, dirt, concrete, anything you put in front of it, it sucks up. It's when we have tankers that roll over on the highway, gasoline or oil tankers, they call these trucks in to vacuum everything up, clean up all the roadway spills, everything.
The company Charles works for specializes in environmental cleanup.
Everywhere from pipe cleaning and pipe inspection to hazardous waste removal. There's a lot of emergencies, which is, to me, the fun part, which is that's when you see some really neat stuff and you really get your hands dirty.
Charles and his crew were getting a lot more than their hands dirty as they cleaned out the drain pipes under a city street.
So we're looking at about 25 to 30 years worth of debris. Without these pipes being properly cleaned, what happens is everything floods the entire city. All the manholes will start popping up throughout the city.
As a project manager, Charles spends most of his time at job sites.
My favorite part of the job is being able to be outside on a daily basis. It's a fun job, but it's also a somewhat dangerous job. But people have to be willing to be trained. When you're working with acids and chemicals and things like that, you really want to know what you're getting into before you get into it.
As part of his training, Charles went to college for environmental sciences.
A lot of people with my degree actually go into the consulting field. They serve as consultants to larger companies.
There's a lot of employment not only in regulatory agencies and consulting firms that assist people in dealing with these regulations, but also in those organizations that develop environmental solutions.
Some entry-level jobs don't require a college degree, but if you want to advance through the ranks, a degree will give you an advantage.
Is it necessary? No. Would I recommend it? Highly, yes. College degree will help you educate yourself on the whole aspect of the environmental field. There's more to it than just the big toys.
A college degree comes in handy in any field. So do certain abilities known as transferable or portable skills. These are important because they increase your potential and efficiency, making you more valuable to an employer. You can bring them with you to any job.
These skills can be of incredible importance because you can apply them in lots of different fields. They provide the leverage and the security that a job seeker needs to keep things going.
Today, these 5 fields have some of the best employment opportunities, and they're expected to remain the hottest for some time. But any industry and any job can experience ups and downs due to the economy and changes in technology. But even in tough times, the people who have a reputation for being the best in their field will do better than most.
Ultimately, the only thing an employer cares about is what you can do for the employer.
One of the ways the people we met stay at the top of their fields is with a commitment to lifelong learning.
You have to do it to educate yourself. And the rules and regulations, they change weekly almost. I'm constantly on the phone with our suppliers, seeing what's new, what's in the market.
We're always faced with a learning process. That's a great thing about this field. There's no set way to cook one piece of chicken.
Continuous learning is something that happens every day. There's always room for improvement. There's always room for trying something new and coming up with something different.
Perhaps the most important key to being the best is to do the type of work you are truly passionate about.
We've been in kitchens or restaurants our whole lives, and once it's in your blood, if you step away from it, you kind of miss it, and you always want to get back into it.
One of the things I've always liked is just working with numbers. I love the challenge of being able to say, okay, well, here's what you've got, here's what you need to get, what's the difference?
There's always something new coming up. You have the opportunity to branch out and get a lot of different experience, so it becomes a lot of fun.
At the end of the day, once you get your job done, it feels good.
It's very challenging, and it's cool to know that what you're doing is something that you really enjoy doing it. And coming to work and knowing that you're helping other people, that's very fulfilling for me.